Welcome back, I'm Rob Lang and this is my game Clomper. You live inside a mechanical ladybird called a Clomper, which you can control by laying pipes to power machines with steam. The outside world is a hellscape that you explore from inside the Clomper, picking up resources and completing quests. If that sounds like fun, like and subscribe for more. It's devlog 61 and in this one we're going to be looking at the roadmap, what my goals are and how I intend to get to them. My goal is to get to the point where I can release a demo on Steam. Now that means that everyone would get to play it, so there's lots of steps to go before then. Let's look at what they all are. First off, I needed to fix some bugs with the Clomper's legs. Now I know I said I wasn't going to do any more work on the legs because you couldn't see them from within the Clomper, but I realised that that wasn't entirely true. When you're inside the periscope you can see the legs, and they look rather cool. The first bug was that I hadn't really put limits on the raycasting, so the legs could move impossibly far away from the Clomper. That was easy to fix. And the second one that I had was where the legs shot off in all sorts of directions, and that was because I'd forgotten to add an offset when doing some refactoring. So with that done, I needed to start the process of getting onto Steam, which isn't as simple as you might think it is. Steam has a requirement that you prove that you're not a US citizen and that you shouldn't be paying US tax. So for that you need a form of photo ID. Now I have two forms of photo ID, my driving licence and a passport. Now in the UK you don't need to have these up to date. The driving licence is held on this thing called a computer. So if I were to be stopped with the police, which I haven't been ever, then they would use the computer to find out whether or not my licence was valid or not. So there's no real point keeping that up to date. The other one is a passport, and I've not been anywhere. Not been anywhere in years. In spite of all of that, I need to update my ID, which means that I need to find a time where I can tidy up my face and get a new photo, because I look quite young in my other photo. And you can't just use any old photo. If that was possible, then I'd probably use this one. Or maybe that one. Now you do have to be a bit careful with a passport photo because they may not let you into the country if you look a bit like this. So now I have to wait weeks to get a passport, at which point the Steam verification process will have expired and I'll have to go through it all again. Fine. That done, I was working towards a pre-alpha test with my friends. You know...
Well, I mean, it's so obvious, I can't believe you missed it.
My friends. I'll chop together the alpha test bits and bobs and stick it on the end of the video with the outtakes. The alpha test went really well. There were no huge crashes, no evil bugs, and the chaps gave me some really good feedback.
That's what you get with these early access games. Barely finished mess.
And it was a laugh. So in general, it's about as good as it could be. One problem I've yet to solve is that when you pick up an object, the client doesn't take control of it, so any kind of lag will feel really weird because the physics is being performed on the server. I just need to fix it. Next up was to implement the new Unity input system. Now it didn't exist when I began Clomper, so I did things in the way that Brackeys suggested. Within an update method, you would check for a keyboard being pressed. Now I was suspicious of this method, so I wrapped them in my own classes, but I still needed to move that over to the event-driven way of the Unity input system. Now there are some other bits I now need to change, such as the tooltips. Beforehand I was just using sprites with the letters E and Q and R on them, but I needed to move that over so they were TextMess Pro fonts. With the new Unity input system in, I can now do a bunch of settings screens to do with key binding. And with that I'll also do mouse settings, I'll do the resolution picker, all that stuff that you'd expect from a usual Unity game. I haven't done that yet, I'll put that in now. So this is where we are at time of recording. So the rest of the stuff you're now going to see is like the future stuff. And the order may change, and there may be some extra bits going in, but generally speaking, this is what it's going to look like. I'm a bit undecided about which the next big feature is that I'm going to put in. There are essentially two, weather and inventory. Now weather is one of those features that will affect every part of the Clomper so far. Wind will blow the Clomper proxy backwards and forwards, damage taken by things falling from the sky. Fog will make it more difficult to see where you're going, and there's a whole list of other things that I want to add in. But it's really augmenting existing systems. Now I know I've discussed the inventory before, and you've played games, right? You know what an inventory does. We can all guess one. There'll be a shared pool of scrap resources. You pick pipes, you build them, uses up resources. You find blueprints throughout the world that unlocks new pipes. But I need lots of new bits. I need new UI, and I need to actually put scrap back into the world and the blueprint system. See, it's quite complicated. There's a lot going on there. So I'm not sure which one to do first. Normally when I've got a choice between two features, I just attack the one that is more complex, bigger or more uncertain. There's a good few weeks before I need to make this decision, so let me know which one you think I should work on next. Next up, it'll be a package of quality of life changes, such as I don't like the claw camera being attached to the claw. It shouldn't really be, it should be attached to the Clomper. The next missing feature is game rules. Game rules is a really bad name for a feature, so after I've described it, if you can think of a better name for this feature, let me know please down in the comments, because I'm a bit lost with this one. What game rules really do is replace the idea of game modes. Now I like in games where you have the simplicity of a game mode. You have a survival game mode and you have a creative game mode. In Minecraft you know what you're getting. However, I want the system to be more granular than that. As a player, you may want to focus on one part of the game, such as picking things up, or you may just like driving across the landscape, where there should be ways for you to set up the game to play how you want, and then change it mid-game. There's no way to really specify game modes that encapsulate all that nuance, so I'll have lots of little sliders. I'm going to have quite a lot of scrap in the world, or I'm not going to have much scrap in the world, so I'm really going to have to hunt for it. So that's what Game Rules is about. Still don't like the name. Please let me know if you've got a better one. Thank you. And now we're scarily close to alpha, beta and demo. At this point, all of the systems are in, and what's needed is polish. Graphics, sound, lots and lots of particle systems, because everyone loves those, to make the game really feel alive and make it feel really satisfying to put a pipe down, which I don't think it is right now. Then we'll have an alpha test, which will still be with my friends, but I might cast the net a bit wider for people that I know that haven't played it yet. Then a beta test. At this point the game will be pretty much ready for demo, so I'll be taking sign-ups for betas on the Discord. Beta testers need to be an odd bunch. They need to like filling in forms and testing out edge cases and finding horrendous bugs, so I'll be looking for those in the future. Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. Once all the bugs from that are fixed, it's off to demo and I'll get it up on Steam, if of course I can prove that I'm not an American citizen. So when is this all going to happen? Well, I have a full-time job that I love, and I have a family, a wife that I love, and two kids that two of the most wonderful people that ever existed in the world. They are better than me in every way, and they are exceptional organisms, and I think they are the greatest children I've ever had. And ow, that rather hurts. So Clomper and all of these devlogs and everything have to be squeezed into all those little bits of time that I have when I'm not doing something else. So that doesn't really allow me to set dates. But as you can see, there's a lot left to do. But that's okay. I'm enjoying it. I'm still building it. I've done all the annoying stuff. I'm just going to keep going. Thanks for watching to the end. Please like and subscribe. The algorithm loves that stuff. I can't tell you. Like and subscribing. It just feeds the algorithm. Nom nom nom. Join us on the Discord if you want to see smaller updates. Links below. Now I'm going to tack an edit of the playtest on the end here, and then I'm sure you won't be surprised to hear that there are some outtakes, because of course there are. Thank you for following me along on this journey, and until next time, bye bye. So the aim of tonight is not to lay pipes, and I know you'll be very sad to hear that, unless you really want to, but that bit hasn't changed at all. So I've got a default loaded up, which is like a standard load. So if you now want to join...
Okay.
Mouse sensitivity options. They would not be in the game.
Not yet. Cool.
This is
so
impressive.
this is a setup. It's a setup! but I'm very much going to let you chaps get on with it this time. So the changes since you last played, the netcode has been completely rewritten. There are legs on the Clomper, the movement code, and the dreadful early access user interface as well, Emu.
So you still haven't set it up so that it actually scales correctly.
That's a new
in
complaint.
size.
I hadn't done that last time.
Right. Well, I mean, it's so obvious. I can't believe you missed it.
So the first thing to do is get the quest in.
Okay, so let's grab a quest because we know to do things. Dearest friends, you say. Pop tube in tracker. Cool. That quest complete. I'm pretty sure I said I did what the quest told me to do.
That's the first part of the quest. Well done. I'd give you a gold sticker, but you're at a distance.
Have you implemented those? No,
Not
more
yet.
unfulfilled promises. We need to turn southeast. Did we gain someone?
Shh. I was watching you, Meg Rob.
Oh God. Hello, mate. How you doing?
All right. Oh wait, I'm someone.
So the aim now is really to try and get yourself over to the quest. They're quietly getting on with it, Dwayne. They're just experts now. They're just doing the thing. Yeah. Big Rob's doing some proper QA testing now, I see. Put himself down in the lift. Just saw your green pill disappear into the floor.
There's this bloody black line that keeps moving up in front of the periscope. Ah, there's more of them.
Is that a bug, Big Bob? A black line moving up in front of the periscope? Or is that?
It's a ladybug.
Oh
little
right,
legs.
it's the legs.
It's the leg.
Oh,
Power. Turn it all the way up.
it's the
That's not a bug. It is a bug, but it's not a bug. I
It's
mean,
not
there's a
the bug.
ladybird a bug.
It's the
I'm seeing a
bug.
massive bug right here, but it's fine.
Oh, I see. Emu likes to live dangerously, does he? Cool. As long as
Giving
you
it
keep-
all it's got. Full power.
Oh, I'm no expert, but that looks
Well-
like a hole.
Yeah. Here we go. Into the hole. Which way is it? That way?
You're missing the hole.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to turn it.
There's no way for the periscope to look down, so if you could just put us a little bit
It's
further
alright, it's
forward.
alright. You'll end up looking down in a minute, I promise.
Yeah, there we go. That's probably about right. You.
I'm not saying the ladybug's panicking, but
Into the abyss. Yay! Falling down the hole.
as intended.
Oh, that was. Oh, there we go. That's more what I was expecting. And the playtest is complete.
Oh, God. Well, it's a useful test, given that I'd not tested this.
But there is a bug.
What's that?
When it comes to laid down pipes or broken pipes, if you left click on the ends of them, the E key displays.
Good shout. Okay, I'll take that. Thank you.
Oh, but I guess we better do something. Emu, do something.
Do something.
Ah, excellent.
Turning us the wrong way.
How fat is the ladybug?
It's quite big.
Big chunky.
It bounces off things now, squeezes past rather than just coming to a complete stop, right? God, it's a hellscape out here. Tiny bit to the right.
see.
Stop standing in front of my controls.
Sorry.
Cool. I think we basically go
Damn
straight.
jets hovering over us. Assume that's our
That's a
objective.
good point. How far is that from
Seems
us?
to be quite high up, which is interesting.
Oh, it is on top of something. Oh, okay.
How do we get
Yeah,
up there,
so-
though?
Well, we're clearly going to have to keep going straight down here and then turn right.
Oh,
at the
yeah,
next
thread
gap.
that needle there.
Weird that the legs just go boom boom, not sort of 6 booms.
Yeah. That's what you get with these early access games. Barely
What's my-
finished mess.
This is like that tanks game from God knows how long ago. Amazing how gameplay has progressed. Oh, see, you've got it from there.
Again. That
Yeah,
one.
you've got the little green pointer will take you all the way there now. I can see
Well, that's true. That is the wrong one.
quest objective.
Looks like we just went right past it. Again, it's going to put us in a turn.
These things are flashing for some reason. What put us at 9? Who put us at 9? Jeez, that was 9 and we were barely moving.
There's only 2 of you playing at the moment, so when you ask who put it at 9, if you
Dwayne?
put them up to
He's
10,
admitting that he did it. It was
Sorry.
obviously him. He's sabotaging us.
I'd blame the dev.
what?
The div.
The div, yeah,
Yeah, him too.
interchangeable.
Okay, we are now at 1 on all boilers, and they're no longer flashing. Amy, how are we doing?
Very slowly turning.
Okay.
Okay, we're
all
nearly sort
these-
of pointing at it.
Okay, so all these boilers are all plumbed into one. So I'll just turn one boiler up, and that should give us more steam. Assuming these calculations work.
Now we're going straight at it. I don't know when we're going to have to stop because there's no
Right there.
indication. There.
Oh, someone's
Now, stop now.
The claw is currently all the way down, which is why it's difficult to see. Oh yeah, it doesn't
that's-
have enough steam to power the claw, so.
Okay, so we need to make sure we are not in the moving state, so I can turn the
I think it's
boilers
all
back
turned
on.
off.
Looks good to
How
me.
does that work? No, it's not turned off at all. There's no way to turn it off.
You're turned off. The moving stuff is all turned off.
Is it?
Yeah. As you look above the steering switch, Emu, there are
Oh
two,
yeah, I see. Okay.
there are 2
Yeah.
ones there.
Fire it up. Maximum
Okay.
steam.
I call this the Dyson maneuver.
Look at that. That is very nice.
Pretty good. Pretty
What do
good.
we reckon?
Yeah. Give it.
Oh, bang on. Emu's come to give you a present by the looks of things.
There you are. I got it.
Now you should see that the it's just there's always one troll. No, it's not.
No, it's not allowing me to fly. I get to roll it under myself there.
That's fine. That I don't mind.
Not breaking pipes though. Where's making crewmates bleed? You could have something stuck inside you. No, wait, hang on.
Right then. Let's
that's
trash this thing. Off we go.
You're welcome to
Give
like.
it full steam.
If you want it full steam, I'm gonna go and sit in the.
But at the moment it's showing me Q, E, and R as key options,
Yes.
even though it's in the up. So I press the
So,
okay, E.
So it should be able to take you all the way to lift. So you have
It's turned off.
all the way to the top is.
There you go.
So that's more than it had. So E took it down, then there was Q and R, but then it was Q, then R. Now I had an E earlier when it had something in it.
Yeah. I need to have a look at that, Big Bob. Might need a
Oh,
bit more
there we go.
testing. But I'm about-
QER.
Time to jump the shark.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Oh,
Another successful mission. Oh, and all the boilers have exploded
would
too.
someone like?
Nice.
Yeah. Well, one of them has.
Turn them
The
up
others-
a bit further.
Yeah. That makes everything better. Would someone like to fix the boiler and stick some fire sprites back in? Amy, you're probably best placed for that because again, lag is.
No, there it does it again. That's not. Oh, there we go. That's better.
Thing I would possibly suggest is putting the proxy in a big black unlit box, because if you clip slightly through the wall, you get to see a blueness at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Only in a couple of spots, but
Oh yeah, that's right. Look at that.
If you go against the wall, yeah, you can
Aha,
see
yeah,
that.
good shout.
It's cool.
Okay.
Now, I wasn't intending on doing any more work on the Clomper. That's not true. Moving the Unity. I'm going to have an outtake set that's just called Man Makes Noises, I think. I'm making weird noises. Stop that. Stop it! And look at my stomach. One biggish issue sounds a little bit like somewhere far-flung, somewhere exotic. Where are you holidaying this year? I'm holidaying in biggish issue. Just can't say it. So don't, say something else instead. Tell you, the passport thing really annoys me. It's as if I stop existing or stop being me just because my passport has crossed an arbitrary date. It's madness. It's just annoying that the US tax system is in my face. Not literally in my face. That would be weird if I had the whole IRS stored up my nose. Don't snort the IRS. Top tip. Don't do it. It's a high that you won't ever come down from. And that's where we are at time of recording. Recording? What is recording? I'm just going to record you. That's when you've ceased to be a Claude and you've changed your name and someone wishes to change your name back to Claude. You get recorded. We've all been recorded round here. Is that right, Claude?